Deep within the mist-shrouded mountains of Japan lies a village unlike any other, a place where the boundary between the natural world and the spirit realm feels thin, as if yokai still wander the ancient paths and watchful spirits guard the forest's secret heart. This remote settlement is known among local people as a haven not only for sustainable living, but for something far older and more enigmatic. A village protected by unseen forces, wrapped in layers of whispered warnings and forgotten folklore. From the moment you approach, the atmosphere shifts. The air grows cooler, heavy with the scent of damp earth and pine. Here, time seems to slow beneath ancient torii gates that mark the entrance to the village's surrounding woods. These red gates, weathered by rain and moss, are more than mere markers. They stand as sacred thresholds between the human world and a realm where mountain gods, spirits, and yokai dwell. Local legend says these gates are charged with spiritual energy, meant to keep away evil and seal in protective powers. Villagers share a solemn respect for the forest yokai, said to inhabit the mossy groves and riverbanks. Some speak of the Kodama, small tree spirits whose presence is signaled by the whispering of leaves and an eerie stillness. Others mention Tengu, enigmatic winged beings known both for mischief and for guarding the mountain's deepest secrets. The belief is not proof, but it shapes how people care for and move through the land. One must never cut down a tree without asking forgiveness, nor take more than what the forest offers willingly. There are certain paths, however, that few dare to travel. Sealed and overgrown with vines and briars, these routes carry the weight of old warnings. According to local tales, these trails were closed off long ago by village elders after a series of strange disappearances or misfortunes attributed to angry spirits. Some versions of the story claim the roads are cursed or haunted by Yurei, restless ghosts who lost their way between worlds. Others say Oni or other malevolent creatures lurk in the shadows, punishing those who disrespect the land or cross ancient taboos. The villagers' caution is palpable, and their stories perpetuate a collective memory that binds human life to a living landscape. It is said that the village itself thrives because these spirits protect it, rewarding those who honor the old ways and punishing those who do not. This delicate balance between ecological harmony and spiritual respect has become the heart of the village's identity. Even modern visitors sense the subtle hum of something unseen. As the fog curls low and the wind hums through bamboo groves, it is easy to imagine eyes watching from hidden branches, guardian spirits ensuring the village remains safe and sacred. In this hidden corner of Japan, the past never truly fades, and the yokai of forest and mountain continue to shape life quietly, beneath the surface of a community striving for a new future within an ancient world. The village's relationship with the surrounding forest and mountains is deeply intertwined with tales of ancient spirits, Tengu, Kitsune, and Yurei, that infuse the landscape with a sense of quiet mystery. In the dense woods that cradle the village, local folklore speaks of Tengu, the elusive mountain guardians often depicted with red faces and long noses, known both for their unpredictable tempers and their role as protectors of sacred spaces. These winged beings are said to dwell high in the tall cedar trees or in hidden mountain caves. Villagers say that on particularly foggy evenings, you might hear the faint echo of their flutes or the rustle of their wings, warning travelers to tread carefully. The belief that Tengu watch over the land shapes how people move through the wilderness. Paths are respected and rituals performed to seek their blessing before entering deeper woods. Closer to the village itself, the influence of the fox spirits, or kitsune, is ever present. Kitsune appear often in rural Japanese legends and are considered both messengers of the Shinto god Inari and powerful protectors in their own right. Here, villagers maintain small, quiet shrines at forest edges dedicated to these fox guardians, places rarely approached by outsiders. These shrines serve both as spiritual anchors and reminders of the delicate balance between human activity and nature's unseen forces. Offerings of rice, sake, and vine-wrapped branches are placed carefully, a silent dialogue of gratitude and respect. Some local versions of Kitsune lore claim these foxes can shapeshift or disguise themselves, helping or tricking humans depending on their intent and how they are treated. The belief persists that when the foxes are honored, the village prospers, but neglect invites misfortune. On misty nights, the village is said to be visited by Uriai, restless spirits of those who suffered unresolved grief or left earthly ties behind. Unlike Tengu or Kitsune, these ghosts are less protective and more enigmatic, appearing fleetingly along forgotten trails or near old wells where they once lived or met their end. Villagers rarely discuss these sightings openly, respecting the boundary between the living and the dead. Yet the stories continue to be passed quietly, a reminder of human fragility and the forest's power to hold memories. Some versions of these tales suggest that Uriai emerge especially when the moon is hidden, their forms blending with the swirling fog, a subtle warning never to disturb certain sacred or cursed places. These layered beliefs are not relics, but living traditions embedded in the villagers' daily routines and sustainable practices. They carefully work the land with reverence, mindful of the spirits believed to inhabit every stream, tree, and stone. Farming methods avoid harming the forest beyond what is necessary, honoring the Kodama, small tree spirits said to echo the health of the woodland. Maintaining shrines, performing rituals, and observing seasonal changes are both practical and spiritual acts, weaving protection and respect into the delicate ecological fabric. As the sun dips behind the towering cedars and dusk settles over the village, a quiet transformation seems to take hold. The same forest that during daylight hums with birdsong and rustling leaves now feels charged with something older, a presence woven deep into the fabric of the land. The villagers' enduring belief in yokai and guardian spirits remains more than tradition. It forms a living connection between people and the natural world, a bridge built from respect, caution, and reverence. This connection is neither simple nor wholly understood, resting within a realm where tangible reality meets the intangible mysteries of folklore. The Hidden Village stands as a rare example where age-old spiritual practices quietly coexist with efforts toward sustainable living. These experimental eco-villages show how modern ecological ideals can find harmony with Japan's layered folklore. Rather than dismissing yokai as mere superstition, the villagers embrace spirits like Kodama and Tengu as indicators of the forest's health and its boundaries, reminders not to overstep nature's generous but fragile limits. The belief that every tree and stone may shelter an unseen spirit shapes not only how resources are gathered, but how people move and breathe within the environment. In this way, the village's stewardship of the land transcends practical responsibility. It becomes a form of honoring a living spirit world that refuses to be forgotten. Local legends, whispered around warming fires or beneath starlit skies, are not frozen in the past. Instead, they evolve with each telling, adapting to new generations while reinforcing a worldview in which humans are part of a larger ecological and supernatural equilibrium. The nameless Kodama whisper through the leaves not just as ghosts of nature, but as callings to listen, observe, and tread lightly. At the same time, the uncertain nature of these beliefs invites a lingering sense of mystery. No one can confirm the precise reality of the spirits that dwell here, and that uncertainty is part of their power. Some villagers might glimpse fleeting shadows on a foggy evening or hear an unfamiliar melody carried on the wind, while others may simply feel the forest's watchful gaze resting softly on their shoulders. Whether these experiences are spirits or the imagination shaped by long stories, they sustain a respectful attitude toward the world that modernity often overlooks. The village's secluded location only deepens the feeling of separation from the ordinary, a place where time shifts and the unseen world quietly intertwines with daily life. This separation supports the continued practice of rituals that honor the forest spirits and maintain harmony between human activity and the environment. As night falls and shadows lengthen beneath the ancient trees, the guardian yokai stands sentinel, and the forest breathes with a subtle, haunting presence. It is a reminder that even in Japan's hidden corners, the old spirits endure, watching over those who remember to honor them, bridging the ancient and the ecological in a delicate dance beneath the starry sky.